Hello, G Firepaw.
I'm with you.
You got something for me? Noble, I received word that a Vulpera caravan has arrived at Kroma's Holds. They wish to address the Horde and have requested your presence. I'm afraid it's not the best time for guests, so please see them as soon as you're able. Okie dokie. So, we party with the Vulpera mainly in Vol'dun. We stood against the Sephrak together. And now they showed up in Orgrimmar and they were like, hey, you guys want us as your new allied race? But maybe, just maybe, joining the Horde is not going to be as easy as just showing up. Pom pom.
Our vintner refuses to work with the staff you have provided.
Zuldazar requires additional forces along the coast.
Work at the outpost has halted. How should we proceed?
Yeah, Baine. How should we proceed, buddy? Do you guys have anything to say?
You have my attention.
We must all do our
May
part.
the Loa watch over
The
you.
Nightborn are truly free. We no longer need the Nightwell nor its power. We can forge our own
Anrata
destiny.
Adore.
Loktar,
Baine must act before things get
may your
worse.
blades
The
never
Torrent
dull.
stand
We are
proud.
all in this together.
Without honor, we have nothing.
Wait. So, Baine is too busy to tell me what goes down in Stormwind, yet not too busy to rule in Orgrimmar.
Have you come to trade?
Huh. Yeah, okay. I'm glad you've come. You should be the first to hear what we have to say. Our caravan is ready to explore the world beyond the sands, but Nisha's blade can't be our only defense against the dangers we know await us. This is why we've come, to declare our intent to join the Hordes. For the Horde!
High Chieftain Bloodhoof, I am Kiro, and I speak for the Vulpera of Vol'dun. We seek to join the Horde. Long have we survived amidst the sands, without a thought of what lies beyond them. But the Horde has shown us that there is more to life than mere survival. If you'll have us, we would explore the world by your side.
Though I am honored by your request to join us, I am afraid that I must decline. Meeting the needs of our current allies has stretched the Horde thin. It would be unwise for us to take your people under our wing. But please, enjoy the hospitality of Orgrimmar as our guests. Horde or not, the Vulpera will always be welcome here.
I understand. Thank you for your time, High Chieftain.
Ha ha ha, imagine being declined to join the Horde. Lololololo. I mean, Baine, you just lost the Forsaken. Surely you could find a spot for the little Vulpera.
Oh, hi!
You're not gonna say no to Mira, are ya?
Today it's never safe to travel alone.
Someone
Every
needs
day
to
is.
prove ourselves to the Horde. That shouldn't be a
What have you
problem.
brought?
I am disappointed with his answer, but not surprised. Our strength is often overlooked. Baine certainly has his hands full. Taking on new allies means taking on new problems. Let us find out what troubles those within the Horde and see what we can do to help. Perhaps when Baine isn't so overwhelmed, he'll be able to see our true value.
The sands swallow the wasteful.
One day at a time. Baine sent assistants to Suramar to aid with our Arkwine production, but managing them has proven difficult.
Speak your business. The Naga have been advancing on Zuldazar's shores. We must push them back before they pose a greater threat.
Speak. Our Crush Blow outpost was undergoing construction, but the peons suddenly vanished. I need them to get back to work.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember that bit. Hi, Howdy Demo. Hello, hello.
Speak freely.
Good work, Noble. Sometimes others just want to be heard. These problems, they might seem small. They will eat away at the Horde over time if they remain unaddressed. We must offer our help. The Vulpera are skilled at solving problems, no matter their size. I will investigate the outpost. Nisha and Mira will see to the others. Meet me in the Twilight Highlands when you're ready.
Nisha, head for Zuldazar and do what you do best.
Those Naga won't know what hit them.
Mira, Can you sort things out with the vintner and Soramar?
You got it, Kiro.
Good. Let's get to work.
Abandoned, just like Commander Dresh said. Look at this ex-noble. There's still sweat on the hills. The workers, they were here not too long ago. Let's see if Sasha can track their scent.
Let's get moving. The peons can't be far.
Alright, Sasha, lead the way.
Sasha's snout says this is the place. Maybe they're in one of these houses. Head inside and check things out. I'll keep watch.
Okay, so the workers are chilling inside this little house right here.
Throw down your tools and raise up your fists! What's this? Someone from Orgrimmar? Are you finally ready to hear our demands?
What? You peons are going on strike, huh? What's happening here now?
Something you're doing?
Me won't build at outposts. Why aren't you working? Tools broken. Had to use hands. That turned into Jamaican. Now they break too.
What do you want?
Me no take orders from the Horde no more. Peons treated like the poop. Never got nothing nice.
Yes?
This meeting's for peons only.
When I'm war chief, peons will be respected members of the Horde!
Huh. Okay. So the peons have decided that the work truly is the poop. And they will unionize and we need to appease them.
Have you come to trade?
The peons are revolting. I'm surprised it took this long. It sounds like the peons are feeling undervalued. They do important work for the Horde, but their diligence is often overlooked. A little goodwill would go a long way. Let's plan a feast in their honor. We'll need quite a bit of meat to sate their enormous appetites. Luckily, I have a totem that can help with that. You acquire the ingredients, and I will make a meal guaranteed to boost morale. The peons are right. These tools are inexcusable. How can they be expected to complete a job without the proper tools for their trade? I can make the needed repairs, but I'll need some ore first. I agree with the plight of the peons. They should be rewarded for the work that they do. It's unlikely that the Horde will agree to increase their wages, but there's no reason that they can't be given a promotion. Any title other than peon would help build some confidence.
We have to do what we can to appease the peons.
Okay. Which peon wants to be assistant to the assistant regional manager? Huh? You have been promoted to rank 2. This means me the boss?
What do you want?
You've been promoted to senior peon. Mama gonna be so proud.
Yes?
And you've been promoted to the lead peon. Me important now. Uh-huh. Yep, that's how it works. A bit of ore and a whole bunch of meats. Which, if I remember right, I popped a totem. Yeah. When is the peon allied race coming out? You want to be a peon, you can be a peon. I mean, they're only peons. Oh god, I'm part of the problem, aren't I? I mean, peons are respected members of Horde society, and they deserve those promotions. And if they don't listen, I mean, we always have the working stick. We could always get them to, you know... We call it motivating them, but really we just beat them into submission. And the boomerang. Oh, beautiful. Like, I like that you're killing tigers, but you need to use your totem. There you go. Now we... Working stick is so last year. Now we have our stick and our peon. I actually follow a peon on Twitter. It's like an RP account, and they tweet about their adventures in Warcraft and shit. It's kind of funny. Did you bring me the meats? I got tender and marbled with fat, rich in flavor and mostly the best bits. And we'll be eating well tonight, noble. Have you found any ore? This ore can be used in weapons crafted by skilled smiths. I can work with this. I am sure your praise means a lot to the peons. I think I have everything that I need to make. I think I have everything needed to make tonight a success. We'll just need to make sure that the peons show up. Tell the leader that the Horde is throwing a party in their honor. I'm sure that they won't decline a night of free food and drink.
I'll make my way back to Crushblow and get things cooking.
Okay. You go do the cooking thing.
You hear that? The Horde's finally listening to us! Party back at Crushblow! Let's go!
Hey, party! Oh yeah, baby. It is party time. They even have balloons. Where the heck did you find balloons?
What have you brought?
It's a success, wouldn't you say? Those peons, they certainly look happy, don't they? I've no doubt that they'll return to work in the morning. However, if their leader goes unchallenged, there will always be a risk of revolt. You need to face him to battle. Show him the true strength of the Horde, but also the honor that comes with showing mercy.
The sands swallow the wasteful.
You want me to show him mercy?
Walk away while you can.
I don't think I want to show him mercy.
Something to say? You challenge the future war chief of the Horde? I'll cut you down to size!
Future war chief, huh? Yeah, okay.
All right, I give. You win. What do you want?
You're not gonna hit me again, are you?
Walk away while you can.
See, and that is how you deal with peons. It's an old tradition, but it's one that works, okay?
Have you come to trade?
As the peons would say, job's done. Yes, me lords. I'll stick around here a bit longer to ensure the peons get back to work. You should return to Orgrimmar and let Commander Thresh know that he does not need to fret about the outpost any longer.
We go where the sands take us.
Okie dokie. The peons have returned. That is good news indeed. Let us hope that this doesn't happen again, for their sake.
Go with honor. Work has resumed, High Chieftain. I'm pleased to see the Horde takes these issues seriously.
We do, Commander. But I cannot take credit for this fortunate turn of events.
Oh, it's the corruption gear that actually... Oh, that's really cool. I should equip more corruption gear then.
Speak freely.
If things are settled for the commander, you should check in on Nisha. I'm sure she could use your help. Zuldazar.
The sands swallow the wasteful.
Let's go kill some of the Naga. Haven't killed enough of those yet.
Am I glad to see you? These Naga are relentless.
Yeah, do you need a hand?
Volpera are stronger than we look.
Sunji was right to be worried. The Naga are planning an attack, but I've got a plan to stop them in their tracks. We need to work fast, though. We're going to need special weapons to take down Tidecall and Azara. Good thing it looks like the Naga have plenty. We'll use the weapon against them. You and I know a thing or two about that. Wink, wink. Grab an assortment. We'll need more than one. The area surrounding Tidecall and Azara is heavily guarded, so I need you to create a distraction. Take these explosives, plant them on the Naga's harpoon launchers. Once they've been detonated, the blast should be more than enough to send the guards running. Tidecall and Azara is running the show. If we take her out, the remaining Naga will break rank, but getting to her won't be easy. She's protected by a magical barrier that's drawing power from the power cells nearby. If we can destroy the source, we can destroy Nazara.
If we want to stop the Naga, we need to take down their leader's shield. I'm counting on you.
You got it. The best way to gain a reputation would have been during the 15-year anniversary. But now the best way would be to wait for the Dark Moon Fair and get your reputation buff from there. And of course, keep up with the world quest that they offer for them. Make sure that you've done all the major quests in the zone. You know, get that rep going, but it's gonna take a while. Okay, 2 more explosives, and then we are good to go. If you could be energetic more, it's more important to yourself. Yeah, exactly. I know. But I had to, it took me long enough to sort out the audio settings before the new patch, and I couldn't be bothered to do it again. So it's like, it works. I just need to control myself a little bit. And I do feel like it sounds really nice. In voice recordings as well. It just sounds really nice right
next, I'm ready.
You got those weapons. An assortment of weaponry stolen from the Nazeshi Naga. Plenty to choose from. Perfect. You sure do excel at blowing things up. And tight caller Nazara can't hide behind our barrier now. Nazara's shield might be down, but it doesn't mean that she's defenseless. There's a brute by her side that may cause trouble. I'll take a stab at him, so you can take down the tight caller.
Let's slay that slimy sea witch and end this invasion.
Sick. Do you think Rephion is still not corrupted? I saw some clips that make me doubt. No. Well, maybe he might be in between, and then no. That's what I'm gonna go with. Like basically it's just more like I don't know what the story of 8.3 is going to bring in all its details, right? So basically it comes down to I hope not. Because it would kind of...
This one's mine! Taste my blades, Tidebreaker!
It would devalue it. I really want him to get somewhat of a mini redemption arc for the Black Dragonflights. And if there's anybody out there that's gonna do it, it's gotta be Rephion, right? And how was he responsible for Varian's death? In a long way around. Just a second, we're gonna go into some RP, I imagine.
Who knew killing Naga could be so fun? Today is a good day to fight.
You do good work, Noble.
Every day
Always a pleasure. That should keep those Naga down. You can have the honor of telling Bladeguard Sunji that the threat of Zul'Aur's coast have been contained.
Time for us to get out of here. See you back in Orgrimmar.
Okie dokie. Rephion is responsible, quote-unquote, for Varian's death, because Rephion was the one who busted Garrosh out of jail. Garrosh being busted out of jail led to the events of Warlords of Draenor, and the events of Warlords of Draenor led to the events of Legion, in which alternate Gul'dan was sent over to Ar Azeroth. He opened up the portal at the Broken Shore, and the demons flooded in. Those were the demons that were responsible for the death of Varian. Now, if you go by that logic, like those many steps, then there's a whole list of people you can blame for Varian's death, right? A whole bunch of people, but they just wanted to make tension between the characters, as well as amplify the point that N'Zoth is whispering, and people are acting out of character. Who can you trust when you cannot trust your own perception of reality? And Anduin notices, like, hey, this is really out of character to punch somebody. Somewhat right to blame Rephion for the events, because, you know, maybe if he didn't break out Garrosh, there would not be an alternate Gul'dan. But you could also blame Varian himself. You could blame Sylvanas. You could blame the Horde. You could blame Sargeras and the Legion. You could blame a whole list of people. Kairos Dormu, Chromie, the Celestials, the Pandaren for putting Garrosh on trial, Garrosh himself, Anduin for not poisoning Garrosh. There's a list of people, if you're gonna go that route, that you could blame for the death of Varian. Alrighty, Sunji.
I am listening.
The Naga threat has been contained. I'll trust your word on this.
Thank you for dealing with this matter swiftly. The Zandalari are fortunate to have such dependable allies.
This was not my doing, Sonji. But I am grateful that the threat has been dealt with.
You're welcome.
Have you come to trade?
It appears we're making good progress. Would you meet up with Mira? I want to be sure that she found a way to the winter in Suramar.
We go where the sands take us.
Of course I will.
Thank the sands you're here. There's nothing quite right about this at all.
An illusion. What are you hiding? Wait, do I need... I need something. What was that called again? Mask? Yeah. That's better. Now we're in character.
I can help.
Vinfer LeFaux has some serious staffing issues. You're all crowding Mira. Vinfer LeFaux oversees all arc wine production for the Hordes. He's used to making wine himself, but the Horde sent in help to speed up the process. It's had the opposite effects. We need to get to the bottom of this. How about you tour the vineyards and see how things are running? I have a few more questions for the winter.
Hey, you'll be back, right?
Of course I'll be back. Don't worry about it, Mira.
Yeah.
Look at Kazit, working so hard. He'll get the hang of it eventually. What are you tasked with? LeFaux tells me to jump in the vet. Jump into the vet and squish the mixture around. So I tell Kazit to jump into the vet. Easiest job ever.
Catch you on the flip side.
High Mountain stands.
Mika Broadhoof. I've never made wine before, but it can't be too difficult, can it? LeFaux has put me in charge of the vintage. I decide what goes into the wine to make it palatable for the hordes.
Beware the deep places of the earth.
Okay, so I'm guessing Tauren on the squishy job. Nomi on the recipe job.
Let's get cooking.
Goblins on Nomi's job. I was just resting my eyes for a moment. How can I help you? I'm gathering ingredients for the wine, but it's a tiring job. I think I'll just take another quick break.
I still have a lot.
Sleeping, at least he won't burn the city down, ain't it? Oh, the Horde can have Nomi. No wonder that the Horde keeps burning down Alliance shit. They got Nomi. Of course he wanted to join that faction. He's like, hey, that's right up my alley. It's a nice fire you're going on there.
Dolly likes you. I can tell.
It sounds to me like we found our problem. LeFaux isn't properly utilizing the help that he's been given. Let's fix that. Assign new roles to the workers. One's more suited to their strengths. If you need suggestions, I'm happy to help.
Let's get to work!
Alrighty, Gobos.
I've seen you around here before.
I want you to obtain ingredients.
Seems like a good fit. Goblins can acquire anything, at any time.
Yep. That's why you're so similar to the goblins.
Don't be a stranger.
And then the Tauren, you can go and be the squishy guy. Stomp the fruit.
Wise choice! High Mountain Tauren are really strong.
Mm-hmm. And they don't wear any shoes. That just adds flavor to the wine. It's gonna be great. Little bits of floor in there. You know, sometimes to walk over void, sometimes over fell. It's gonna add such a kick to the drink.
Anyone hungry?
And you are gonna be creating the recipe.
Good call. Nomi is well known for his culinary creations. Let's tell the vintner about the changes we've made.
I mean, you're partially right. He is well known. I wouldn't say for any kind of good creations, but he is well known. LeFaux, I've fixed your organization.
Ashtorash Denil.
We've made some adjustments to your production pipeline. I trust your judgments. I'm sure that whatever changes you've enacted will produce the needed results.
Oh, hi.
Vin for LeFaux seems pleased. You've really got a knack for this, novel. As you might have noticed, Vin for LeFaux is very particular about his winemaking process. But this ancient recipe, it was crafted with only the Nightborn in mind. We need something different to please the different palates of the Horde. Talk to Nomi and see what he has in mind to spice things up.
Hey, don't die out there.
I mean, we're making wine. I think that the risk of death is not that high.
I've been working on some new recipes.
Nomi managed to put the wine on fire. Nomi, why? Why are you burning the wine? Good to see you again. I've already made improvements to the Vinfer's recipe. Vin for LeFaux's recipe, it doesn't need much improvement. Some unique ingredients and slight modifications to the winemaking process is all that's needed. I'm thinking adding fermented fire bloom should do the trick. Then filter it through a special cloth made from silkwing fibers. There are plenty of silkwings roaming the vineyards, and I've no doubt that Boss Maida can acquire the flowers for a price.
Life is more pleasant on a full stomach. Greetings, my friend. Variety is the spice of life. Anyone hungry? I've been working on some new recipes. Variety is the spice of life.
They gave him his own voice actor, didn't they?
Yo.
If you would be so kind to sell me that. Oh, I need 10 of those, so do it like that. Thank you kindly.
Glad I could help.
Yeah, they gave him new voice lines for this patch, it seems. And you really want to call this vintage Teldrassil? Really now? Just send like a send a Kekt Tirana. Aww. Sorry we burned down your tree. Here's some wine. All in all, I do enjoy the Volpera one more than the Mechanomes, but that's mainly because it has more humor in it.
Let's get cooking.
Together, we will make a wine worthy for the Hordes. Excellent work. This will do just the trick. I think we're making wine. Let's see if the Vinter approves of our vintage. Take a small sample to Lavo and see what he thinks. Consume a sip of Nomi's vintage, delivering a fiery burst to the senses.
Always use fresh ingredients.
You actually get a toy during this one. Neat. Didn't the gnomes get like an airplane at some point? Like a flight whistle turned into an airplane? Alright. Try out your vintage, buddy.
A decent color, and it has legs. Oh, such a fragrant bouquet. Exquisite. I couldn't have done better myself.
Oh, yes, quite right. Oh, what a nice vintage you got going on here. It's delicious. For the Horde and all that. Gluck, 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 gluck.
Dolly likes you. I can tell.
I hope he likes the wine. I think our work here is done. Okay, get Nomi's vintage, which does... You are in the wrong zone. Of course I am.
I can help.
Let's head back to Orgrimmar. I'm sure that Cairo is expecting us. We really should have made him wait.
Meet you back in the big city!
Let's go back to the big city. Can't I catch a ride with you, Mira? I like riding with you. You sing me songs. Please take me with you. That's quite a caravan, by the way. And I only just recently noticed that you adorned it with foxtails. Are these friends of yours that died? Is that why you put up foxtails on your caravan? Mira, what dark secret are you hiding?
Spirits watch over you.
Noble, I've done the Volpera a disservice. I'm afraid my oversights may have cost the Horde a notable ally. Even in times of peace, the Horde is not without its problems. Although they can be overwhelming at times, our struggles, they should never stop us from remembering what it means to be a part of the Hordes. We do not turn people away when times get tough. We band together and endure. For a moment, I forgot this. Burdened by the troubles facing our new allies, I hastily dismissed the Volpera. My only hope is that they still see us as much... My only hope is that they still see as much value in the Horde as I see in them.
Kiro, I must apologize for so hastily dismissing you earlier. The Horde endures because we band together in times of adversity. Though I turned you away, you selflessly came to our aid, just as you did in Vol'dun. Such is the true spirit of the Horde. If you still desire to join us, you would be most welcome within our ranks.
It would be our honor, High Chieftain.
Then it is decided. From this day forth, the Vulpera of Vol'dun are allies of the Horde.
Yay. Congratulations, Volpera. Volpera within the Horde. A practical partnership, don't you agree? One that would not have been possible without your help. Thank you. We now have a home beyond the dunes. And we get a caravan hyena.
They don't eat alpacas here, right?
We Vulpera have always been resourceful. No matter the adversity, we do what it takes to survive and keep our family strong. The Horde helped us when we needed it. And now, it's time to return the favor. A fair trade, if you ask me. A whole world of adventure is awaiting you out there. Explore it and become a hero. For the Vulpera and for the Horde.
That is actually adorable. Something only outdoorabled by this. The freakiest, cutest sleeping animation Warcraft has ever seen. It is really, really cute. Okay, so that is the intro cutscene.
You've got my ear.
What an adventure, monk. There is so much to explore, so much to discover. There are such exciting times. We'll show our allies in the Horde the value of having some clever Vulpera around. Please meet with the ambassador at the Orgrimmar embassy. They seek out the possibility throughout all of Azeroth and beyond, until our paths cross again.
Take care of yourself. No one else will.
So, is that little Vulpera actually sitting on the building? Has anybody checked it out yet?
Have you come to trade?
In these moments of calm, I can't help but wonder what new adventures awaits.
The sands.
I forgot to do something, didn't I? Hang on. What was it called again? Caravan something? Yeah. The Caravan Hyena, which still comes with the top side. And thankfully, they have adjusted it quite a bit compared to what it was like on the PTR. On the PTR, that thing in the back was going all over the place, so that's been sorted. Thankfully, it no longer hops around that much. But if you're like, you know, if it's a little bit too big, we can fix it. Do you think we'll see a big reveal with the raid cutscene next week? I mean, I'm hoping, like, of course we're gonna see the conclusion of it. And I still have hope beyond hope that it's not the end of N'Zoth. But it might be a little bit of idle hope. I just feel that it kind of sucks to finally have an old god on the loose and we take care of it in one patch, right? But we'll see. We're gonna find out. I would love to see a mythic phase, though. A special mythic phase on N'Zoth. A secret phase. They were pretty great. Did I just get buffed? Was that a player? Huh. You want me to check out the mount on the Tarn? Can do. But first we gotta go to the embassy guy. They gotta welcome me into the Hordes. I'm actually wondering if I haven't done the Heritage armor before. I think I did it on a PTR, didn't I?
What is it?
Are you the new one? I'm supposed to welcome you. Blackguard lets out an exasperated sigh. Hi. I'm Ambassador Blackguard. Blackguard looks down at the piece of paper on his hand. In his hand, even. On behalf of the War Chief, I am honored to welcome you to Orgrimmar, Vulpera. Glances at you, smiles unconvincingly, then looks back at the paper. As a lifetime adventure unfolds before you, be assured that, you know what? I've been reading this same greeting all day. Enough's enough. Examine the War Chief's command board and find out where you can adventure. Run along now.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Wait. Where is my letter of acceptance?
And you are...
Wait. The Horde doesn't get a letter of acceptance? The Horde doesn't get a letter of acceptance. You don't get a friendly speech welcoming you into the faction. You know why? 'Cause you're a leaderless bunch of mofos. You ain't got nobody to welcome you into the Horde 'cause there is no Horde anymore. And that's the intro. Well, that sucks. You have Baine. Well, Baine isn't welcoming me. We left the Forsaken in charge of the welcoming committee. Oh, shit, that's great. I mean, my Mechanome got welcomed into the Alliance. So this is the tabards. Then our racial is really cool, except it has been changed a little bit since the PTR days. In the past, it would just stay there endlessly. Now it has a duration. So what you can do is you make camp, right? You make camp. And for 5 minutes, you have to camp. And at the camp, if you so desire, you can store the canopy of your mount. So what happens the next time that you use it, it's just a hyena. Which, in my opinion, is a vast improvement. Really, really cool. So you can just swap around with it if you like. And the cool part about making a camp... Now, in the past, I was like, oh, cool. You can, like, teleport all over the place and you can do whatever you want. But now, with the 5-minute duration, that doesn't seem to be a thing anymore. So I'm kind of wondering what the idea is behind the camp, because I've gone this far now. Or maybe it does stay around forever. Hang on, because the buff did disappear. Can I still return to camp? Because maybe I'm completely wrong and it actually does stay there forever. So let's find out, shall we? I'm over here, and I want to return to my camp. Oh, okay, I might just be wrong. It might just be that you get a special buff. It's only visually for 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm wrong about that. But the cool part is that if you make use of your return to camp, you just roll up wherever you want to go, and you go right back. Meaning that you make like your own little teleportation point. So say that you're out in the world, you're questing and shit, and you need to quickly go back to the main capital city, you need to use the auction house or whatever, you drop your camp, go to your auction house, go back to camp, and you're good to go. You can start questing again. Or maybe there's like a spawn point that you want to keep an eye on. I could definitely see some uses out of this whole make camp ability. Rest it wherever you want. It's really, really cool. Then you have a bag of tricks, which pulls your chosen trick from the bag and then use it on the target enemy or ally. Enemies take damage while your allies are healed. And you can change the contents of your bag of tricks. Now, where did you put that? I've never tried this before. Oh, cool. So, you can trick to harm your foes or tricks to help your allies. So do you pick up more tricks as you level up? Gotta imagine that might be the case. Huh. So now with my bag of tricks, if I wanted to, I can heal you? Holy shit. That is some aggressive healing. Not gonna lie, that's some aggressive healing. You take my potion and you like it. They drop from dungeons and raids. That's pretty cool. You can increase the size of your... you have an increased backpack by 8 slots. So, nice extra inventory. If you want to make a bank alt, this would be it. You have fire resistance for some reason. And you have a nose for trouble. When you first take damage from an enemy, you reduce that damage by 5% of your maximum health. Which is kind of cool. I will say, though, that the Mechanomes racials, they do seem to be much more powerful. But not bad racials to have, I suppose. I mean, yeah, they live in a desert. Like, I understand the reasoning behind it. I understand why they would be more accustomed to hot climates. My question, rather, is who the hell wants 1% fire resistance? Like, there's such a thing as, yeah, it makes sense lore-wise, but there should also be a utility to your racial, right? Ragnaros is easy now. Oh, like, I understand that as a night elf you might want some of that fire resistance, but, you know, who the hell even uses fire resistance these days? I like the potion throwing, though. Yeah! And yeah, some other raids have shadow resist as well. Yeah, it just stands out to me. War can get 1 shadow resistance, doesn't really matter. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose that's a fair point. So yeah, that is the Vulpera.